jump into there. There we go. So
Jump in.
first thing I want to definitely talk about is we have the third rainstorm of this month, and by far the strongest. So you guys just be aware it's going to be coming down heavy. It's raining pretty, kind of light at the moment. It was a little heavy earlier today, but starting later on tonight and all the way through till Friday is going to be pretty steady. They're talking about anywhere from a quarter, half an inch, quarter to a half an inch an hour at times. So it's going to be a lot. So here's some websites to stay up to date about the rain. Ready.lacounty.gov/rain. If you want emergency alerts, you can go to alert.lacounty.gov. And you can also follow them on social media at Ready LA County. I'm assuming that is on all the socials. It doesn't identify which one it should be. Next, again related, and this is something we talked about over the last week or so. Sandbags are going to be available, and it's probably going to be even more so necessary for this particular storm. So again, there's 4 locations. Robinson Park, it's the south parking lot at 1081 North Fair Oaks. Then there's also Victory Park, and it's the parking lot along Altadena Drive. That's at 2575 Paloma Street. Excuse me. Fire Station 37 at 3430 East Foothill Boulevard, and then Fire Station 38 at 1150 Linda Vista Boulevard or Avenue. Now, all of these will be open from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and I was able to confirm that it's going to be 7 days a week. All right. So get those sandbags if you need them. This is the Dina Relief Drive. Again, this is the Pasadena Church, 425 Sierra Madre Villa Avenue. There's only 2 Saturdays left. That's this Saturday, the 15th, and then the following, which is the 22nd of February. It's going to be from 10:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. And if you need info, you can reach them at info@pasadenachurch.com or kingandme2020@gmail.com. Some of the things you can get are water, food, clothing, toiletries, pillows, blankets, etc. And they do need volunteers. So if you don't need anything but are in a position to help, please do so. Next, again, disaster relief claim assistance starting this previous Friday on the 7th. They now will have 2 days a week where there's going to be disaster relief claim assistance. One is Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then Fridays from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. This is going to be at Jackie Robinson Community Center at 1020 North Fair Oaks Avenue. This one, I'm not going to go into a super detail again, highlight it. These are the critical deadlines associated with 4 of the relief efforts. One is for American Red Cross, in which case the deadline is this Friday, Valentine's Day, the 14th of February. Then there's also the Small Business Association, where, again, they are providing more than just small business loans. The deadline to submit an app with them is the 10th of March. Also on the 10th of March is the deadline for FEMA. If you want to register with FEMA, that deadline is the 10th. And then for the Army Corps of Engineers for the debris removal phase 2, if you want to opt in, you have until the 31st of March in order to do that. And this slide actually shows the QR codes, and I apologize. I'll make it larger for tomorrow.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna put that up on our page. And just so you guys know, we start this. This is the very beginning of everything we do in the first 5 minutes. So if you missed it, just come back and watch the first 5 minutes of every show. That way you're caught up on everything we've done since January 16th.
That part. How about that? Again, we went over this before too, and it's great. New hours for the Disaster Recovery Center. The one that affects us the most is Altadena Disaster Recovery Center at 540 West Woodbury Road. And those new hours are going to be from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. And this is 7 days a week. Yes. So community grief space for those displaced by the Eaton fire. This is a place where you can grieve and have some emotional support. This is actually going to be at 445 East Colorado Boulevard in Pasadena. It's going to be tomorrow, February 13th at 6 p.m. If you email Gabby at RAICES, as in Sam, therapy.co, you can get more information from her. And then this is the last flyer. Now, if you guys remember, a few weeks ago, we actually had the Carathon put on by the folks in Monrovia. They had their public access channel, and they actually had like 5 straight hours of just where people can come on and talk about their situation, provide intel about some resources that are available. There was a young lady that actually painted an original picture on there, and a gentleman that was on the guitar to provide some musical entertainment. Brian also went on there and spoke about what we're doing here, and spoke about his experience in losing his home in the fire. And that was part 1, and that was really just trying to get some awareness out there of what's going on and what resources are there. Now, this is part 2, and it's actually it's a pop-up art gallery and a community event benefiting Altadena schools. The schools specifically are Avison and Odyssey. They're working to expand that perhaps in the next event that they had, but they ran into a time crunch and were only able to get a hold of the info for those couple schools, in case you're wondering. But the town of Monrovia is opening the doors of the historic Santa Fe train depot for the first time in years. This special location will be open for a 3-day multi-layered community event and art show hosted by Chris Los and Route 66 artist Sellout. Now, we're going to have Chris on maybe 1 or 2 times to kind of speak about how the Carathon went, and then part 1, and then to talk about this. But just kind of wanted to get it out there and let you guys know what's happening. Opening night is February 21st. Community event is February 22nd, and then a jazz brunch is on February 23rd. Again, we'll have more details for you coming up in the next couple weeks.